I should be talking now, huh?
Probably.
This week on Erotic Awakening, shopping for a sexual partner, delightful food, and EA Live.
Welcome to Erotic Awakening, an exploration of all things erotic. If you are offended by adult topics or prohibited by law, we recommend you stop listening right now.
The Erotic Awakening podcast, as well as workshops by Dan and Dawn, are offered free of charge to our community.
Because of the expenses involved, we are grateful to those that support us through Patreon and donations.
This week, this includes Mike and Tammy, who specifically pushed us over $250, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Dan.
This week on the podcast, doing something a little bit interesting. We're doing something a little bit normal as well. We're doing our normal show, but I think we're currently streaming live to the YouTube.
We think so.
Yes,
Hopefully
we have not done that.
Recording for other people later.
Welcome to Erotic Awakening. Yes, it is recording for other people later now.
Okay.
So as I mentioned, one of the things we have a Patreon thing going, and a long time ago we said one of the goals, if we hit $250, then we'll start doing some live shows.
Right.
Didn't really think about it past then, and then one of our supporters and a good friend, Tammy, pushed us up specifically so we would go to 251 so they can get some live shows. So, ta-da.
Exactly. So here we are.
Now, this is kind of a beta test for us. We're hoping to work out some kinks on how to do a live show.
Kinks.
But apparently, we are currently live. Oh, look, there we are. And if somebody... Oh, look at that. Somebody actually said, hi, Dan, hi, Dawn.
Yay. Hi.
So apparently we are live, and they're telling us hello and stuff.
Cool.
So we'll see how bad that messes with our show. Today on the podcast, we're going to be talking about what do you look for in a sex partner, as well as delightful food. Dawn, I want to start off with our topic, which is, it's not complex. It's not rocket science. You happen to have one of your partners moving away.
Big D is moving away. So, yeah, we've been together for 7 years, and he's decided to be closer to his grandkids. So he's packing up, putting the house on the market, and him and his wife are moving closer to the grandkids, which is 7 states away. So
a bit far for a booty call.
I'm like, oh, so we could meet halfway in Chicago, and he just started laughing. So it's way further than that.
So this and on top of that, yours and I, as we are average Americans, because in average Americans, women, as they get older, their sex drive climbs a little.
Absolutely.
And sometimes for males, their sex drive drops a little.
Yep.
So, but that's not a problem for you, because you are polyamorous, which means, and we're also kinky as fuck, you can go off and find other sex partners. No problem? No problem within our relationship boundaries.
No problem within our relationship boundaries.
Okay.
Exactly.
We're not going to talk about how challenging it could be this time.
I was going to say, because I got a lot to say about that.
Instead, as you are out there, whether you're you're not at events right now, but on the Tinder or OkCupid or kinky dating app.
Dating kinky.
Dating kinky. You're one of 3 people in the United States on that app, apparently.
Yeah.
What is it that you are looking for? It's straight up just looking for in a sex partner. What is it that drives you for a sex partner?
Me? Oh, you're going to throw that question
Yep.
at
And then
me,
we're not talking about relationship partner per se. We're talking about booty call. What do you want out of somebody as a sexual partner? Now, they may be also relationship, but from a sex perspective, what do you look for?
Okay, so first I need to throw out there that it's actually hard for me to do a booty call. So it used to be much easier, and I find it's a little difficult now. So to actually put it into words is interesting. But I actually went on a vanilla date the other night.
Oh,
and from OkCupid, and he's all about the booty call, and I'm all about the I had to explain kink to you, so I don't think this is going to work. I had to explain no goal to him, which means this might not work. And what that means is I like kink in my sex. It is very hard for me to enjoy sex without a little bit of kink in it, and not necessarily kink, dominance.
Okay.
Okay, there doesn't have to be toys involved. There doesn't have to be anything else involved. If there's power exchange in there of some sort, that even if it's just negotiated for that moment in time, that's what rocks my world. So it needs to be someone that does that. And then big plus if they are not all about the orgasm. I'm a weird girl. I'm not all about the orgasm.
It is true. She is a weird girl.
Yeah. I would rather have foreplay, have naughty fun, have orgasm denial so that it edges and edges and edges.
Yep.
You know, that whole work on the girl until she has an orgasm, I find so boring because that means they find your button and then they play that button the whole time. Right? I like some creativity.
So you like the entire experience, not just the end part where you have an orgasm.
And that's what I mean by no goal. You know, if it's just about the intimacy, just about creating energy, and you don't even have to know what energy is, right? If you're about the intimacy and just the experience, to me, it's going to be so much better than getting in there to bust a nut. So I like it. I like it that way. Though I'm not saying that orgasms are not fantastic and that quickies aren't awesome, because I also like quickies, which is its whole, I think we did a little talk on quickies recently. Yes,
absolutely.
So I absolutely love them at some point. But what I'm looking for in a sexual partner, more of the power exchange and the let's just have an experience.
Do you were talking about the vanilla date that you had. Do you require a sexual partner to be kinky? I mean, if they're not, are you at least going to say, look, you got to at least bite me and pinch my nipples, or this just isn't fun?
Yeah, I tried to do the vanilla before Big D, and I tried that for a year, and I finally taught him how to bite me, and then he started giggling, and I can't. You know, there doesn't have to be spankings involved. There doesn't have to be any of that, but I like something that brings forth the power exchange.
Okay.
Even if it's biting, even if it's tweaking, but don't do it just to get to the orgasm.
Right.
So I like someone that plays with my body and plays with my mind.
I'm going to tell you what I like in just a moment. First, I'm going to say hi to John, who said good evening. And I tell you, this whole live podcast thing takes a little getting used to, because first off, we have two things going on. First off, we have these comments that are coming in, which is great, but they're tiny itty bitty letters up on our screen.
We need a big screen.
Right.
So I think that's our next goal. We'll get the TV down from the guest room, put it right there.
And also on our big screen in front of us, we could see the video that everybody sees, but it's about 10 seconds behind, which is this really weird effect, because I'm looking at myself and what I used to say.
Right. And it's like, oh, I should have looked at the camera.
I'm not pointing over there.
Too
Okay.
Also, but we do have this screen here as well, which is the one that I keep starting to look at.
Oh, okay.
So because that one's like 10 seconds behind. So if I look over at this one, but that means I'm not looking at the camera. So
we'll work this stuff out.
We will.
Also, Grumpy in Gray says they're sorry to hear Big D is moving away, but does that mean you have more poly space?
I do have more poly space. The trick is that I'm kind of looking local. So I had someone in Cincinnati that was interested, but they don't have a car, which means I have to do all the driving. So Big D lives in Dayton, so 90 minutes. So I can do 90 minutes, but it's still complicated, because if he and I go out to dinner and one of us drives all the way to the other person's place, that's a 3-hour commitment that evening besides dinner.
Yeah, plus, and certainly we know this from going to play parties that aren't particularly close. When you go someplace that's 3 hours away, or even an hour and a half away, you get there, you enjoy yourself, but at some point your mind has to start thinking, all right, if I leave now, I'll get home then.
Yeah. I had to do that the other night with dinner with Big D. It's like, okay, I need to leave by probably 8:30, and I said 8:30 because I knew it would be 9:15 before I left, because it's hard to leave.
Right.
But in short, the answer is yes. So
if you're flirting, Grumpy and Gray, and you live in Central Ohio, you're doing a great job. So
yeah, because I also have event partners that I'm missing right now. Right, we're used to I just had one reach out to me from Chicago, that was like, I'm sorry, you had to date vanilla. That's what happens when there's no events around, because I'm used to seeing him in Chicago twice a year and haven't been able to see him.
Very cool.
So Dan.
Yes.
I'm afraid we're going to find something new about each other. Oh, is that a good thing?
Oh, sure.
Oh, I should have known that thing.
I think the reality for our relationship, yeah, you could say, it is a good thing because you and I are kind of growth-based human beings.
That's true.
So for the fact that if you said, if you asked me what I was looking for in a sex partner and I said a big old cock,
That would take me by surprise.
But it wouldn't be.
Go ahead.
But it wouldn't be bad.
Right.
It would be surprising without shocking.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are about exploring new things and adventure and pushing the envelope sort of thing and not getting stuck in a rut.
Sure.
So
what am I looking for?
what are you looking for?
So I've been very fortunate that I've had partners that make noise and partners that don't make noise. And the value of a partner that doesn't make noise is it forces you to be more cognizant in a different way. It forces you to be more engaged and pay more attention to biometrics and that kind of thing. So I'm good with that experience, but I'm done with it. I don't want to go back to that. I like a partner. So if I was just looking for straight up sex partner, and none of these are deal breakers, but this is like fantasy land. What am I going to fantasize about, right? I like noise. I like somebody that actually gets to the point where they can unconsciously communicate what they want. For somebody who's a little shy when you first, when you're talking to them, and then they get so excited that they want you to bite their neck, that they say, bite my neck harder, right? Hearing that kind of natural feedback. But also what I want in a sex partner is it's got to be real. I don't want actors. I don't want somebody to hear this podcast and say, oh, he loves it when he hears somebody say that thing, so that's what I'll say, right? That's not valuable to me. I like a lot of things. See, old podcast listeners, maybe we're going to hit a little bit of counseling for Dawn and I.
Oh, no. Okay.
I like partners that are multi-orgasmic.
Oh.
That's fun. That's different, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't say I don't like that. So to be clear, what I am looking for in a sex partner, I've already got a sex partner that it does not multi-orgasmic, but isn't all about the orgasm.
Which is probably why I'm not all about the orgasm, because for the most part, I'm a one and done. There are times that if I'm pushed and pushed and pushed, then I can be multi-orgasmic. So, or I can ride that wave for a long time. But for most of my life, I've been one and done. So I don't want it to end. That's why I like not having a goal.
And I like that in you. But if I was looking for another sex partner, that would be the kind of thing I would look for. Really, it's, I think maybe that could be it. Beyond that, somebody who simply wants a new experience, right? I'm a big, that's one of our things about being door showers, right?
I love being a door shower. As long as I don't have to do a lot of teaching. like with the vanilla. Sorry.
Yeah, I want to show you the door, not have to walk you through it and push you through it and hold your hand, right? And I guess the only other thing I would say that I would look for in a sexual partner is just like that, it's gone.
Oh, no. Well,
somebody in the box there, tell me what it is that I was going to say, because I've lost it there.
Well, I am going to say a few things, so maybe it'll trigger a few things
good.
for you. So just based off, just piggybacking on some of the stuff that you say, because you and I are really good together, and I keep forgetting that people do things differently, right? And I found something in Big D. He's different in a lot of ways, but he's also the same in a lot of ways. So again, I forget other people do it differently. So I have learned, and you taught me, to be loud. And I like to be loud. I don't like to, when I had young kids with the ex-husband, it was always bite your lip and don't make any noise. And that kind of locks up my energy. I would rather be able to be free-flowing. And if that means moaning all the time, then that's what I like to do. So if someone's okay with noise and likes to bring that out of me,
Good.
That's really cool.
Good.
I like to be able to say what I like.
Yeah.
So there's times that what I really want to happen next is in my head, and it kind of gets locked there because I don't want to mess with somebody's ego or something like that, or be seen as topping from the bottom, right? Because as a submissive, that's a big thing. You don't top from the bottom. But man, there's some times that I just want to say what I like next. And sometimes it is powerful enough that it just comes out, whether it's topping from the bottom or not. So...
I wonder if this is a reflection of the fact that we have some experience in our life, in that instead of you saying what I'm looking for is a fellow with a big Johnson, you're saying I'm looking for a fellow that can make me feel safe enough to express what I want to do.
Oh, man. You know what? I got to write that one down, too. Everybody can see me writing notes. But feeling safe is paramount with me being to let go sexually. So... Now, that's a little confusing sometimes because I also like fear play with people that I truly enjoy playing with and have a relationship with.
But that's after that foundation of safety is built, then you could add fear play to it.
And then I can do the fear play because I have the foundation of safety.
Right.
It's all fucked up. It's okay.
I love this comment. John says, now I'm picturing giving a potential hookup a PowerPoint presentation. Has to have a little spreadsheet. And then I will use their name here. Lion
chat,
Jester.
So, yes.
Lion Jester?
Oh, I know who Lion Jester is.
I've cut my hair off, so one of their fantasies is shot.
Oh, that's right. I know that fantasy. So,
I do too. So this is one of the things we're going to have to change is that I'm looking at myself on the screen now as it looks like as I'm reading this. I look like this incredibly old man looking, I can't read the little text. So we're going to have to fix that. Beyond that, Dawn.
Yes?
We mentioned already that Tammy pushed us up to $250, so we're going to get some live shows. But another comment that we got via the FetLife came from His Sky.
Okay.
They said, I found your podcast again after skipping it for a few years.
Which, since we've been doing this for 11 years, that's easy to do.
Sure. They said that they've been engaged in the lifestyle for about 8 years now and listening and re-listening. And I really love this comment. They said they find what we talk about to be such meat and potatoes.
Oh.
So I don't know. I just really was. I like that comment. And they wanted to say thank you for all the effort and time to help people. Well, thank you for writing in and telling us that.
Awesome. So, and Samwall, and I'm always afraid of pronouncing that wrong, but and Samwall, they listened to the CBT podcast, that episode, and they sent me a picture through Instagram. So, because I saw it again today when I was looking through things, and it's of a little whip that's about this long, that's specifically used for CBT. So it's got a handle that's about that long and a whip that's about that long, so you can get up and close and personal. And
cool.
So that was a wicked looking picture. So thank you very much. And but it reminds me of what I'm trying to convince Arcane to make. So, because he likes to make the burly floggers, right? The big floggers, the big heavy floggers. And, and I'm trying to convince him to make the little itty bitty ones because CBT. And I've talked to some of the other femdoms and they're like, hell yeah. So, see if we can get some of the little ones made out there just for that.
Perhaps he doesn't want to make those because he is a recipient of CBT. And he doesn't want them used on him.
That is very true. So, let's see. I want to pull up a picture for you because someone sent a picture just for you. I just have to find it. I know where it is, but I want to show it to you. All right. It'll just take me a second.
Well, I will tell you then while you do that. One of the topics that we had today is not really a topic for a kink podcast. It's not really got anything to do with erotic awakening so much as it does is you and I are both trying a little intermittent fasting.
Yes, we are. It's very interesting.
And one of the things that I'm enjoying about it is, and this does actually rely on how I enjoy sex, in that if by reducing the amount that I eat, I pay more attention to the food that I eat, and I can take delight in the food, delight in the moment, looking forward to eating, and actually enjoying food versus it just being an automatic shoving it in your mouth all the time sort of thing. You keep working on that. I'm stalling while you look for this picture.
I like paying attention to my food. So, it's passwords. I got 4 accounts in FET, and I'm trying to find it. So let's see. Ohio Hedgehog, where did you go? Oh my gosh. Okay, all male. Trying to set up lunch with him as well. All right.
Did you find this picture?
I'm finding a little something for Dan. I haven't clicked it yet. Oh, okay, cool. So you have food on boobs from Ohio Hedgehog.
Aw, it is a friendly anime food. Matter of fact, podcast listeners.
Maybe?
There you go. Live food on boobs. Yeah, look at me. Look at food on my boobs. If you're listening to the podcast, you'll just have to picture food on boobs. Beyond that, you did get some tentacles in the email.
I did. So Ohio Hedgehog's always sending me something. So, and then Basanos Shibari, who has sent me stuff before. It's a hand-drawn girl wrapped in tentacles. It's really, really cool. And they sent that through Instagram. And then Owen on Twitter sent me the picture of the octopus going down on the guy. So the guy's like on his knees on the beach, and the octopus is going down on him. Mm-hmm. That looks so hot until you remember that octopi have a hooked beak.
Yes.
So you better enjoy pain while you're getting that. But I really appreciate all the tentacle pictures and stories. And Trevor sent me a story, and it's sitting in my inbox, and I still haven't read it.
You'll have time this week.
I'll have time this week. That is for sure.
I noticed, and those who are watching on the YouTube can see your purple hair.
Yes. Oh, I love the purple hair. So I got bangs. Well, what was happening was my hair had gotten so long that I was pinning it up all the time because I really don't do hair. Mm-hmm. So I was pinning it up all the time. And I put my headphones on, and you and I were kind of looking the same. So looking kind of bald there. So I decided to go bright purple for all the phone calls that we're doing and all the Zoom. I had Zoom last night. It was actually really cool because I just had this done yesterday. So I had a Zoom call last night. I run a group called OWL or OWAL or whatever you want to call it. It's Older Women in Alternative Lifestyles. And we're now Zooming since we shut down. We've been Zooming once a month, and it's really great, and it shows up really cool.
We should talk about that as a topic.
Yeah?
What it is that you guys are covering.
Okay, yeah, because we actually do some really neat stuff.
But the reason I bring up your purple hair is, although if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the purple hair. Otherwise, you could have seen it on Instagram.
Oh, true. I did. I posted a picture there yesterday. So, and a lot of people are liking it. It looks like it's my color.
If you want to see what we're doing next week, see how the book is progressing, that we're going to go away and we're going to wrap up writing this book, you can find us on Instagram. See the picture of the day as, we're on there as Erotic Awakening.
Go figure.
Go figure.
Oh, we could have been Dan and Dawn. Some places were Erotic Awakening. Some places were Dan and Dawn.
That's not wrong.
You can find us either way. So no new subscribers to the newsletter. That's fine. So, but get your EA shout out. Head over to the eroticawakening.com and you'll find a link to the EA newsletter. So we do try to let people know when we have sales running on our product, when we have new episodes come out that are really interesting and things like that.
Or just something fun to say.
Just something fun. Exactly.
Take a moment to support the podcast. Rate us on Apple Podcast, Google Play, Splitcher, Spotify, or wherever you splisten.
Or just tell your friends.
If you like what we're doing, head on over to the Erotic... Oh, it's live. I can't edit it.
I know.
I
like
wouldn't
you
have edited
edit anyway.
If you like what we're doing, head over to patreon.com/Erotic Awakening and take a look at options like discounted stuff, extra content, and more.
So we also like to do their Zoom calls. So we'll be sending more information about that to our Patreon supporters. So
thank you to Grumpy and Gray, Lion Jester, John, and Shelley for being part of our live audience tonight.
That's fabulous.
It is fabulous.
Bye, Dan.
Bye, Dawn.